Back in 2016, the head of the Federal Communications Commission under Donald Trump during his first term, Ajit Pai, oversaw the removal and the dismantling of net neutrality, which, from a legal standpoint, were a series of laws and regulations that promoted and upheld the core thesis that internet traffic to websites or apps could not be throttled or otherwise hindered by ISPs or companies without legal reason. While I can't draw a direct or legal roadmap that leads from the dismantling of net neutrality to the UK's Online Safety Act, fuck you. This ain't that kind of video. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed because just the other day it was discovered that the user's desktop app for NVIDIA graphics cards, the single largest brand in the industry, has restricted access to the app to only users who can prove that they are 18 and up, with many speculating that the reason is related to the UK's Online Safety Act, which requires proof of age in order to access many sites on the internet. I remember back when this matter was being argued, there were a lot of people saying that net neutrality in and of itself was nothing more than government control over the internet, and that in removing these laws and regulations, we would actually be freeing the internet from the chains of government oversight. When in reality, it broke down the barriers that prevented corporations from running amok on the internet. As an old school comment section sweat myself, I get so fucking tilted when I see people arguing in favor of corporate interests and greed, but doing so with the mindset that it's just a fucking philosophical debate with no real world ramifications. The internet has been described as one big town square where people can create, share, and converse, but over the last decade or so, corporate interest has wormed its way into the discourse, and instead of trying to convince people directly that they're good, they've been working to line the pockets of large influencers so that they can megaphone any sort of message that they want out into the world, specifically so that their viewers and the rest of the internet can then parrot it, and therefore it becomes normalized as a legitimate opinion, not connected to the companies. And just because a company can do something doesn't mean that they should do something, because the responsibility that every person on the internet has with regards to the kind of influence they have over it is the same level of responsibility that they have over their very own country. The biggest difference between the internet and the rest of the world is that the lines we draw on the map only exist in the real world. Online, we're all connected, and anything that affects one of us will inevitably affect all of us. Corporate interest and authoritarian elitists won the right to plant a seed of corruption and control back in 2017, spurred on by the lies of the administration, corporate deals, and netizens with more interest in seeming to be right than in doing what's right. This is a problem that will affect all of us. So just like with Stop Killing Games, it's going to take all of us to respond to the Online Safety Act and whatever inevitably comes to the US. And we know something will come to the US because he just needs something else to distract from the Epstein list. Like and follow for more, and check @FollowRotoshi on all other socials.